All right, secret number 9. Amazing job. You have reached almost 75% of our session. Actually, you're past 75% today. That's amazing. I wanted to congratulate you. I want to respect you because you are committed to growing your business. You're committed to scaling your consulting, coaching, your product, service, online, offline business. And I respect you because you are a committed person like me. I was like you when I was going through like trying to figure out different options in business. I didn't know what to do. I don't know how to sell. I'm an engineer. I don't know how to sell. Right? I don't know how to market. I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to convince people, persuade people. I didn't know nothing almost. Right? And I knew what I knew, but I didn't know how to get to people, how to influence people, persuade people. But you are mastering that. So I just want to let you know that I respect you deeply. And I want to congratulate you. So would you please do yourself a favor by putting in the chat and say, I congratulate myself, because if nobody else is congratulating you in the world, I think you should. I think you should take up that role and say that, you know what, I did a good job. Like that, right? Could you do that for me? Could you do that for you? I'm congratulating myself for reaching to video number 9. And if you're listening to this video, watching this video, or watching this for the first time, or listening to this for the first time, then understand that there is a series of videos behind this. You could go ahead and check out in the same playlist. You will see that at the end of the video. You could go there, watch the video, and go from there. So let's get started. What is the neurology and psychology of summary? So what is the neurology and psychology of summary? So the summary is a key to your intelligence gathering. Think about you as an intelligence gatherer, a scientist who goes into ocean to figure out different type of whales and how they interact with each other and things like that. And you go there and you observe, right? You have this magnifying glass and you use that to observe how are they doing, how are they mating, how are they fighting, how they're interacting. That's how you deal with your prospect too. That you're observing the prospect. You're observing the prospect, sincerely observing the prospect to see what is she looking for? What is he looking for? What is the real challenge do they have? You're listening deeply, completely, so that you could really understand what it is. So in order for you to understand that, you listen, but then how do they know that you listened, right? Most conversations are one directional. You know this, right? 80% of our communications are miscommunication. My friend Eben used to say this. Eben Pagan, you should check him out. So 80% of communications are miscommunications. So 80% of conversations, nobody listen. They're just thinking about what to say next. So humans don't have this feeling that somebody else understands them until you let them know that you understand them. How do you let them know that you understand them? It's using summary. That's why you should summarize. That's the psychology behind summary. So use summary as a tool for closing. So if you want to sell somebody and you are like, oh, I don't close. I'm not a salesperson. I'm a business owner. I don't close. I have salespeople doing it for me. Yeah. But at the same time, when you are in interaction with your wife, your husband, with business partner, you're trying to get investment, you're going to a bank, try to get a loan, like these persuasion tools will come handy. But even if you are a very successful business person, let's say doing millions of dollars, you must still learn this thing. The reason is, this is the thing that will take you to the next level. Not because you're going to go to street and sell to people, but because you learn the art of persuasion. Because the farther you go, persuasion will become more and more important, because ultimately you're dealing with people, right? And they need to be influenced and persuaded. And in order for you to persuade them, you need that. Okay, so let's get started on the summary. So as you are summarizing, specifically in the tactics level, you need to use their words. And words are really important. Words are the ways by which a human expresses their values. And we did a video on that. You could go back and check it out. And another option is use their phrases. Use their phrases. Some phrases are really important, deeply embedded in their subconscious. So when you use their phrases in your summary, and for that, you need to listen. For that, you need to write it down, right? You need to make sure that you write it down so that you are able to summarize effectively and using their phrases, and use their sentences, obviously, right? With the phrases and the words, use the sentences that they use, very similar to that, so that they understand that you understand them, right? That's the thing. They understand that you understand them. One more time. They understand that you understand them. Once they do, they're like, they trust you. They're like, okay, this guy, this person is able to understand who I am, what I'm going through. Even if not who I am, what I'm going through, they understand that. So then you will be able to convert them into a customer and help them with their problem using a product or your service, whatever you are providing as a as a value generation tool. Okay, cool. So how do you summarize? Let me give you an example. So imagine we have Judy come to you, and Judy said she has challenges in her business and she wants to grow to $1 million, but she's doing probably $100,000 right now. And if you are in a different country, convert that into your currency. If she's doing $100,000 and she wants to move to $1 million, but she doesn't know how to, and I asked her, what is going on? She said, I don't have enough leads coming in my business. I tried Instagram ads, Facebook ads, YouTube ads, but the leads are not good enough. And even if I get leads, I'm not able to convert. And because of that, I feel like I have less cash flow. And because of the less cash flow, I'm not able to scale. No matter what I do, I'm stuck at $100,000. And so that's what she wants, and that's what she wants to avoid. And what do you want? And Judy said, hey, I want to grow to $1 million in the next 12 months. Is there a way if I could do that? If I want to figure it out, and if you do that, if I get to that $1 million, then I'll be able to feel that I have made something. I feel good about it, because I was making $300,000 as an employee, as a banker, investment banker. I was doing okay, and I decided to do this business in order to grow even further, but I'm barely breaking even right now. That's what Judy's saying. So now this is what Judy said. Now here's what I would summarize that. Okay, so this way you will clearly see an example. Hey, Judy. Okay, so let me make sure that I understand you correctly. Okay, so you're doing $100,000 in business right now, and previously you were doing around $350,000. You're making salary, but now you're breaking even with $100,000. And because you are not having enough leads, you are not able to grow your business to the next level. And you also said something to the effect of, even if you have leads, you're not able to convert them effectively. So which means that you have a lead problem and you have a conversion problem at the same time. Because of this, you feel like you're stuck at $100,000 for the last few years. You're not able to move past that amount, right? And what you really want is you want to grow to $1 million. And if you are able to do it in next 12 months, you will totally appreciate that. And if you are able to grow to that $1 million, what it's going to provide you is you feel good that you're making more money than your salary. So this way, you know that you're growing. You're not going back, because you could have worked somewhere and made your $350,000. Now you have the opportunity to make $1 million and probably more money as net profit from it. And then you could scale further and go from there. Is that what you're going through? Is that what it is? Did I miss something? And then Judy says, yeah, exactly. This is what I'm going through. That has to happen in order for a sale to happen, right? If you want to really help somebody, that moment is the sale, the closing moment, right? Where you will be like describing their problem almost better than they do. And then all of a sudden, they want to work with you. They assume that you have the solution. So that's what you do. So you ask them, did I miss something? Or did I get it? And they're like, oh, Judy says, oh my gosh, you got it. Yeah, tell me how to do what to do next. That is the mindset Judy's transitioning into at that time. Okay. So now you tell her, Judy, based on what you told me, so this is where you would use what we call as implied obviousness. Implied obviousness. What is implied obviousness? It's implied that she's going to follow exactly what you're going to say, what you're going to ask her to do, and she's going to do that. And then she's going to succeed and grow her business to the next level. Okay. So how do you do this? You do this by saying, Judy, based on what you told me, your next step is to be part of my $1 million club. In the $1 million club, what I'll do is I'll help you scale your business from $100,000 to $1 million. Remember, you told me about the lead problem, that you're not consistently getting leads. I will analyze your lead generation system, find out what is going on, what is missing. We have a business hot seat level conversation where I'll sit down with you and I'll look at your lead generation to see, is it the ad copy, is it the image, or do you not have a good enough offer? What is going on, and why leads are not getting generated? If it's online business, that's how you do it. And based on that, I'll help you optimize the leads so that you will have consistent leads coming in. And once you are able to get consistent leads coming in, then I will observe and see if you're able to convert them. And if you're not able to convert, I'll teach you in a group setting how to, in our club, I'll teach you how to convert them more effectively. I'll teach you a lot of tools on conversion so that no matter what happens, you will have like a Swiss Army knife type closing tools and persuasion tools so that you'll be able to convert them into clients so that you could move them to the next level, right? So that is going to happen. Also, you told me that you want to grow to $1 million, so you could make more money than what you're getting paid in your job, right? So I'll help you get to that $1 million. I don't know about 12 months. If you're not able to do it in 12 months, like growing a business 10 times in 1 year might not be an easy thing to do. So be honest about it. I don't know whether I could help you grow to $1 million in the next 12 months, because that sounds like 10x in 1 year. It might happen, but what I can do is I know I'll be able to help you get to 250 in the next 12 months based on my past experience. I cannot guarantee that, but I can help you to get to that place. And the next year, you will be able to scale close to $1 million. That's what I'm thinking about. Do you have any questions right now? That's what you ask her. And Judy says, no, what's the price? How much am I paying for it? That she's almost ready for it. And we'll talk about objection handling and how to handle objection and things like that in the future, but you get the idea, right? So this is how you use summary as a closing tool. Isn't that cool? Do you like it? Okay, so at that point, people will not be able to say no to you because they're like, oh my gosh, I really want to work with you. And my challenge is oftentimes to say no to people. Like, I don't think I could work with you. I don't think I could work with you because of this, because of that. And there are situations where I have to figure out how to work with them, figure out schedule and things like that, so that I could accommodate them in my schedule. And also, like, sometimes they don't have budget. I don't want to deal with people who are cheap or victims. So naturally, if I see that any victimhood in them, then I'll be like, politely tell them, you know what, I don't think I'm the right fit for you. And then I'll tell them not to work with me, and I'll convince them to not work with me instead of working with me, right? So I want you to get to that position soon. But by the way, tomorrow we are going to talk about how to convert objections into decision. Perfect, right? This is what you wanted anyway. And we'll go deeper into all of this in the future. But the idea is for you to understand enough for you to influence people and move to the next level. So here's what I would like you to do today, right now, right? Or next 5 minutes, next 24 hours. I would like you to go find a friend or find a prospect from tomorrow, or somebody, some human being, and then talk to that person and tell the person that I want to practice with you on how to summarize effectively, and ask them what is going on in their business life, whatever, and then find out their problems and how it's affecting them, and then find out what do they want and how is it going to benefit them, and then bring it all together and summarize the way I summarized. It's not as easy as it sounds. So I would like you to take note, all the notes, and summarize. And at the end of the summary, you say, based on what you told me, Jack, based on what you told me, Judy, based on what you told me, Karen, the next step is to do this thing. And then tell them why your solution or your product or your service is going to solve each other problems, and explain to them, and then ask them if you have any questions. That's it. And if you practice that, and you're like, I'm doing online business, why do I need to practice this? If you're doing online business, it's the same thing duplicated on a landing page. If you're doing online business, if you're selling I'm doing a product, why do I need to talk like this? Your marketing plan needs to be structured in a way that you have this structure in place where they feel the same pull of the summary in your marketing copy. If they don't buy from you. Make sense? Awesome. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow with secret number 10, how to convert objections into decisions. Talk to you tomorrow.